We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the Friday edition of the Stay Cashin show. I am joined with the Goof Troop, Evan Hand, best producer in the world. How you doing today, my brother?
Doing well. My same game parlay did not even come close to hitting.
All right. I mean, listen, that actually makes me feel good. I don't want to ever see you lose, but it does get annoying when you hit 12 players and I get both the guys I picked yesterday hurt in the game. I don't know if you caught that. Jacoby Myers got hurt as he was cashing our 25 plus yards. And what's his face? The fucking McKenzie gets hurt at the 2-yard line in the third quarter. So that was fun again. I picked 3 players, Evan, and 2 of them got hurt. So 67% of my guys got hurt during the game to keep my streak alive. Did any of your guys get hurt, Evan?
Yeah, Dawson Knox.
How's it feel?
It doesn't feel good, man. It was also in the third quarter when he still had 0 targets.
That's like a full game for me. Yeah. Like I feel like McKenzie played a full game for me. He made it 3 quarters.
And then he had that rushing attempt too that he could have got, and then he fumbled the ball.
Right. Yeah. Well, welcome to our world. Bill Rupp.
What's up?
My camera's blurry here. I don't know why.
Is the are we having on the mad at everyone guy? Today?
No, it Cub yesterday. Went over to soccer. Why are you mad at Cubba Bubba right now?
I'm a little pissed off, but he's around. He's around.
What happened? Fill me in. I've been at it. I actually woke up at 6:30 in the morning for some reason.
He's around and he wanted to know if we needed him. So just.
Oh, I mean, we can bring him on. Yeah, if he's got some stuff, to chat about that's different from yesterday, for sure.
It's gonna be a tight show today, then.
Yeah, we got to just see how much time we have. Tell him to stay in the wings. We'll let him know if we got room because we got a bunch of shit we got to get to today. Why are you mad at Kababble?
I got up early today.
I did too. I woke up at 6:30 in the morning, Bill.
I was up
no
at
idea
7.
why, and then went back to sleep, and then woke up at like 12:30.
7, and I go to my doctor's appointment, and I'm sitting there, and then at like 8:30 in the morning, it's just.
I got to stop you guys. Real quick, Buffalo live. Buffalo is college football live. There's 9 minutes left. They need this game to become bowl eligible. They're down 16-3 as a 14-point favorite. You can get them plus 3.5 right now. So throw that on the sheet. I have Buffalo plus 3.5 against Akron right now live. College. Yes, there is a college football game at 1:00 on a fucking Friday. Normally what happens, I didn't even bet it pregame for the subs. I just said if you want to throw Buffalo in parlays, you can, but we didn't put a bet out. Only because I don't like these weird – we went through it on Thanksgiving, and Bill, we'll get right back to what you're saying. We went through it on Thanksgiving where when these college kids play these weird times on weird days, they don't sleep right. They're not pros. They're fucking college kids, right? They're idiots. So I didn't like the beginning of this game, and I figured it could start like this. So I assume Buffalo will get into a rhythm as this game goes on, second, third quarter, find themselves and end up winning it to become bowl eligible by the end of the game. But this is pretty much the perfect scenario for anyone who wanted to bet it. You're getting plus 3.5 on a team that was a 14-point favorite. So, Bill Rupp, why you're mad at Cabell?
Like I said, I was 8:30 and sitting in the doctor's, and then I just keep getting message after message after message, alert after alert after alert. I mean, it's just crazy.
What do you mean? What, at everyone's?
Yeah, it was like this team, this Portugal, and this guy plus 1.5. Take this guy. I'm like, holy shit, bro. I'm like, if you send one more message, I mean, for the love of God, please stop sending them. And then he blames the whole thing on Healy. So,
no, Healy still works here?
Yeah. Somehow.
What do you mean? How do you blame it on Healy?
I didn't even know Healy. No idea. I don't know how Healy got involved. I didn't even know Healy still worked here either. But supposedly Healy got blamed for everything, and I don't even know what was going on. But and my phone just kept going ding, ding, ding. I'm like, what the?
I woke up to go to work. I opened the chat. First thing I saw is Bill yelling at Kababble.
And I seen Rackets do it like 2 weeks ago. Rackets is yelling in the chat about something like, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you.
I fucking muted him. I was like, stop waking me up at 8 o'clock.
Actually, you know what? Is Kababble available? Bring him on right now if he's available, because there is soccer just starting. So if we're going to bring him on, it makes more sense to bring him on right now. And I want Bill to light him up. That'd be hysterical. Remember, who was it that we had to put the notification bans in for, Bill? We had to put term limits on them. Joey? There's been a couple.
Yeah.
I was screaming at Joey one time. He's like, oh, it's all right. They could just ignore him. I'm like, no, then they turn notifications off and they don't see mine later.
Yeah, listen, I do it sometimes too. Like I'll drip a couple in and out too. But mine aren't at 8 o'clock in the morning. Like crazy. And I'm not gonna blame Healy.
I mean, this is just going back to the time of the games. Like he's doing his job.
No,
listen,
I
Evan,
get it.
I'll never get mad about it because listen, 90% of my staff doesn't work at all. So to have someone overwork, I'm always good with. Notice Rackets is hysterical laughing as he's telling us about his vacation last night when he hasn't done tennis in 3 months.
3 months has been like 2 weeks.
Oh boy, okay, he's here.
But so all right, bring Kababble in. Let's bring Kababble in. Let's get this show off the ground on it. Kababble, do you hear Bill Rupp lighting you on fire?
Notification master this morning. 15 notifications after a row. And then he blames Healy about it. Healy, I don't know.
It's Healy's fault. It's Healy's fault. He's a DFS guy.
What did Healy do?
God.
I don't know. We just blame him.
8:30 in the morning.
I don't know.
8:30 in the morning. I'm getting I'm like, what is going on at 4 deep? I'm looking at him. DFS, another thing. This guy, Portugal, this one. Holy shit! For the love of God, stop it!
Use D&D, man. What's wrong with you?
Oh. And then he's just like, and then after I yelled at, he's just like, well, Healy, it was Healy, and
Yeah, he's the one asking where the drawing's at for the formations and sets. I don't blame him.
Unreal. I mean,
Kababble, would you like to defend yourself before Bill Rupp puts you on probation?
Absolutely not.
Bill Rupp wants to put you on an
Listen,
at everyone limit.
Rackets is already
I almost put down 2 showdowns again this morning, so absolutely not.
Rackets already muted him. I was to the point where I was going to mute him too, but then I like to bet some of his plays, so I was stuck.
It puts him in.
Can you remove his DFS tag for the rest of the tournament so he doesn't get them?
I definitely have to.
Why don't you do that? Was it mostly DFS?
It was all DFS because
that was the worst part. I don't even do DFS.
Bill, what the fuck do you even have DFS notifications on for?
I have no fucking idea.
Bill, the DFS people are insane. So you got to understand, guys, those of you who aren't 4D bets.
I think
this changes everything. So, Kababble, how many of the notifications were at everyone's on the betting side, and how many of them were at everyone's on the DFS?
There was one for the betting side. Shaqiri just scored, and Albanian just scored on the Swiss, like I said yesterday.
Let's go.
Fuck you, Serby.
All right, so how many were DFS, and how many were?
There was one for the 3 bets this morning that we ran for the bet side. And then there's 2 showdowns and a classic for 9 o'clock Central Time and then 1 o'clock Central Time. So there's 3 DFS, and that was the complaint.
All right, so you only sent 1 on the betting side.
Yeah.
All right, Bill, you have to understand here, guys. So
these people are fucking ready to go at 6
right, we have a betting side and a DFS side. Okay, the betting side is more like me, Rackets, Bill. We just fucking get annoyed at everything. We want to just get our shit out, pump it out, leave us the fuck alone. Right? And then we're in the chat fucking all night just drinking and doing dumb shit. So the betting side is more like the party side, right? That's the after party. That's the fucking, you go in there, Rupp and Rackets at 6. We stay on till midnight. We're getting drunk. We're talking about pussy and dating and aliens and bets and putting live bets out. The DFS side is the black tie affair, right? These guys are serious. They are all about one thing, and that is money. They want as much information. They want everything they could get. If fucking there's a guy who sprained his pinky toe, who's the 15th guy on the Uruguay roster, they want to know about it with an at everyone. So I actually don't see a problem with that, Dave.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's what they want on the DFS side. They're crazy. They want info, which I do too. Why are you getting DFS notifications?
I don't get
You don't
DFS.
even know the difference between DFS and fantasy.
I don't get DFS.
I didn't even know it tagged Rupp until this morning, so.
I don't never get DFS notifications. Today was the first day, and then last week I got one, and I went in there and I'm looking. I'm like, who are these names? What are these, all new people? And people were talking about something. I'm like, and then I type something, and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm on the wrong side. and I quickly got out of there. I was scared. It's scary over there.
Bill he goes, I quickly got out of there,
I'm like,
Rackets.
who are these people?
It's
Like,
scary over there.
it's like somebody called like the German junk dog, and I'm like, get me the hell out of here.
Bill's like fucking in there, like, what? These guys are talking about stats and shit. Get
Yeah,
out
I'm like,
here.
who the hell are these people? I'm like, what server am I in? And I got out. But yeah.
Anyway, all right, Cabal, you are off the hook as far as I'm concerned. I mean, Bill does have a lot of power in this company, but I am the head. So you're safe with me. Listen, if Bill comes down hard on you again, you're going to have to deal with it, but you're okay in my book, Cabal.
I can handle it.
All right. So while we got you here, I figure, Bill, you got one more thing?
Just so I'm correct, right? Portugal got in today, right?
So what happened in those games? Why is my camera blurry? Hold on.
Clean it.
Go ahead, you could talk while Tommy's fucking around.
Portugal, I don't know what they did the second half. They rotated. South Korea looked great. I don't give them much of a chance to advance past Brazil because that's who they'll face. Uruguay's probably heartbroken. There were a lot of anger, a lot of tears after them because with that South Korea win and only a 2-0 win for Uruguay, they got ousted. So Portugal moves on, wins group. They secure the path. I still like it even with Spain over there for the future. They will play tough. It'll be a tough matchup against Spain. I think that personally that is their toughest matchup on that side of the bracket. I don't rate England that well. They're good. They have good players. France, I've already talked about their midfield, so I still like Portugal's path a lot here.
Tommy,
right,
real
cool.
quick, Tommy, who scored for Portugal today?
Ronaldo.
Oh.
No, he did not.
Don't help me, Cabal.
He did not.
Ronaldo.
Okay. Who scored for South Korea?
Kim.
Yeah, there you go. That's the right answer right there. That's
What?
How'd you know?
Let's go.
There's like 10 of them.
Rackets, it's
With the
Kim.
highest probability.
I have a Korean friend named Andy Kim.
Who else? Kim, there was two
Kwan.
goals. No, it was not Kwan.
I was thinking Steven
Like
Kwan.
it's like a Wang.
It was
or
Wang.
Wang.
It was Wang. But
All
there
right.
is a Kwan on the team.
There's a Kwan on the team? That's a
Wait a
fucking
minute,
half a
hold on.
point.
Hold on, there's 4 Kims in the starting lineup.
There's 4 of them, and when we get in the DFS chat, they're all 4 defenders too.
Let's
There's
go.
So it's like trying to
Tommy
make sure
G.
they get the right ones is a pain.
There's
Follow
Kim.
me for soccer handicapping.
There's Kim. Kim's the goalie. Kim's in the backfield. Kwan, Kim.
I mean, listen, that was a high probability guess then.
Then you got a Wang, a Jung, a Lee, a Cho, and a Sun.
Well, 2 of my best friends at my trading school that I was running was Andy Kim and John Kim. And they weren't even related, and they were both Korean. They used to take me to the Korean
4
fucking
Kims.
restaurants and get hand jobs at the masseuse places. So, yeah, fucking all in Kim. Let's go.
All right,
Kim.
who wins this Brazil game?
Brazil.
I think Brazil's back. They've rotated.
I thought
almost
I was still in rapid fire question mode.
Their B squad would come in and be a plus 500-600 overall in this tournament. They're that good, and they left even better players at home. I think Brazil wins this, but they don't have anything to play for, so I stayed off the ML, minus putting it with one of Tommy's plays just for something to do.
Mm-hmm.
If I was going to live bet anything right now with Switzerland up 1-0.
Well, you liked Switzerland yesterday. I have Switzerland in a parlay because you said I got them at a double chance in a parlay.
Yep, I do. I like.
They're winning 1-0. It looks like, right?
Your hedge is Serbia draw, depending on what that is.
We don't
need no stinking
hedges.
We're sitting on 5.5 corners for Serbia, so 1-0 Switzerland is absolutely perfect. They're gonna put everybody in the box. They're gonna try to prevent them to score, and they're gonna kick that ball wherever they can, so it just doesn't go in the goal. So I like them to clear that 5-1.
Right. And what about give us a play for the USA game? What do we like tomorrow? Because we got a tight show, so I just got to get in. But I want your final take on the USA. How we're gonna bet this?
I would go with I'd either use Netherlands to advance in a parlay.
You're off the show.
Or I'm going to be a homer. I'm going to bet the U.S. 90-minute regulation ML. There's a couple risk frees on the sites. Pulisic's back.
Why not just do if we do USA and draw, that gives us the 90-minute, right? If it's tied at the end of regulation, that's minus 120.
Yes.
I could do that, right? Double chance, USA and draw.
I don't mind the double chances. I do like their ability to get this win. It is there. There is a clear path. They will have some struggles. I do think that'll be there. But
What about under 2.5?
I think I struggle with hitting the match total here because Serbi's going nuts. Mitrovic just scored.
And
So it's
one more thing before you go. Does Neymar come back at all for Brazil or no?
From what I understand, he was only out for groups for precautionary. I haven't seen anything new on him. If he's not out, I don't like their chances as much with him.
All right, Kababo. We appreciate you coming on. You did regain your status. I'm sorry Bill Rupp attacked you for no reason. Turns out it was his fault, and he wandered into the smart side of the company when he should have stayed on the stupid side of the company. So that's Bill's fault. Kababo, head back over to your minions, and we'll catch you tomorrow, brother.
Adios.
Later, dude. Thanks for coming on. Later. Bill, what are you doing on the DFS side?
I have no idea. And
Well, I mean, what are you doing? You don't belong over there.
Guess who's starting for the Rams at quarterback?
That's like the white guy walking through the fucking hood with the fucking suit and tie on at 3 a.m.
Rackets.
You know.
Rackets. Guess who's starting for quarterback for the Rams this week?
It's not gonna be not Wolford, right?
Wolford.
Is it Wolford? Oh, let's go.
Wow. How the mighty have fallen.
Dude, Dude, they don't have obviously they don't have a first round pick this year either because of the Stafford trade. So I mean, they're just giving up the third overall pick too.
Yeah,
right.
let's do these headlines real.
Evan,
let's do these headlines real quick, and then we got Howie coming on. We got a tight show.
Do we know if Antonio Brown got arrested or not? I never heard anything about it.
I didn't hear anything else about it. I just heard he was in a standoff with the police.
Yeah.
He was locked inside his house.
And there was no news.
Yeah.
Maybe he died.
I mean, how crazy that for all week I've been saying to just shoot him, and then he's in a standoff with guns in his house.
Okay, what else we got?
There was your chance. All right, what do we got?
Well, Kanye dragged Chris Paul into some of the beef that he was starting.
I mean, that was the best thing ever. Last night it was epic because me and Bill are coming off the most excruciating Devils loss of maybe the history of the New Jersey Devils, for me and Bill at least. It was disastrous. They're down 2-0 early. Me and Bill were holding the fort down on the voice chat, live with the subs. Bill freaked out. Rackets? 5 seconds in, Bill's fucking freaking out because it's 1-0.
Then I came back.
And then at 2-0 at the end of the first, he's like, "We're fine." Like, how
We've
that
been here before.
I mean, yeah, they've been here before.
We were just down 2-0.
We were just here for the Rangers. So
then he's freaking out when they tied it.
I'm still comfortable. I'm like, listen, this game's gonna have 5 or 6 goals. We just need to get the next couple, right? So boom, 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 like right out the top of the second period, bang, bang, bang. Devils come in and just start throwing haymakers, up 3-2. They miss 15 empty netters. They're fucking wide open, tips, everything. We're fine. We're coasting to the wire. McKinnon, we had his assist, which we gave for you guys on Stay Cashin. He had 3 of them yesterday. We only needed 1. Bill gave you the stars. They scored 19 goals. We're cruising. And with 8 seconds left, a puck fucking just drips into the net. And then fucking 8 seconds into overtime. Oh, my God, this girl in the Brazil game. Look up, look up. Whew. Holy shit. They need to stay on the stands in Brazil. And then with 8 seconds in overtime, they lose. Devils fucking lose the game. So that
I didn't even know overtime started, and then everybody was screaming that they lost.
Yeah,
like, what happened?
That was the worst loss. They
It was
dominated.
right out the gate.
They just fucking bang bang. They had 3 guys cover 1 guy in the corner. It
They
was
scored
ridiculous.
2 goals in like a minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah, and it was right off. Like we had parlays going. We had Creighton come from behind. The Shermanator was banging 3s to get us to cover. Everything we needed was just covering to fucking tie to the Devils. Do we even want to talk about the Thursday night football game? I mean, we're bringing Howie on in a minute or two.
I mean, it was shit. There was
What do you want to talk about, Harry?
McKenzie prop.
Just
cashed.
one more
That was
thing.
about it.
McKenzie prop. Yes, prop of the night. Cashed. Give me that. Okay, go on, Evan.
Did you guys see the points bet marketing thing they had today?
I did see 2 things PointsBet tweeted last night that I remember, and I remember one of them was hysterical. I don't remember.
Well, basically they faked Drew Brees getting struck by lightning, and a ton of people
I saw that.
believed it.
I saw that.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
I
we'll let
guess
the
your
dogs
dog
out.
saw it too. Yeah.
So they faked Drew Brees getting struck by lightning.
Yeah,
Howie's good for 2:30. I don't know if he responded to.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
There's a video of Drew Brees getting struck by lightning, and so many people thought it was real, and they're like, thoughts and prayers to Drew Brees and his family right now. But PointsBet tweeted last night, and they were like, we haven't heard anything on Drew Brees' update. we'll let you know, but we're not commenting any further. Like, this is the worst marketing ploy I think ever.
I mean, PointsBet tweets like me drunk. You know, like they don't give a fuck. Which, I mean, I understand, you know, they're competing with the big guys and they need to do anything to make a name for themselves. But I think at some point I'm going to buy PointsBet, Bill. What do you think? Me and you go buy PointsBet?
Good. Just real fast, just so you know, my phone keeps the Discord messages. All those right there are all from this morning, all from
They're all compatible.
9:14, 9:24, 9:25, 8:54, 9:56. I mean, like.
It's great. It's awesome. I love it. I can't knock it. I love it. The Chris Paul thing, we skipped right over there. Kanye went batshit yesterday. We won't get into Kanye, but we will talk about the sports aspect of it. And I mean, poor fucking Chris Paul, dude, right? Like,
He cheated on his wife.
I mean, listen, who gives a fuck? Everyone cheats on their wife. I fuck half your wives. Everyone in this country, these married people, I have fucked half their wives, half of them, without knowing. I didn't know, they didn't know. You can't ever knock a guy for cheating on his wife. Who fuck's faithful to their wife?
I don't think that's
Evan,
fair.
wait 30 years, you'll start fucking doing all this shit. You're still all green.
That's
Bill,
fake
how many
news.
friends do you know that haven't cheated on their wives or the wives haven't cheated on them?
None.
I know like Trevor. That's it. And Trevor flirts with everyone. That's the only reason.
No,
why.
Rackets.
Rackets.
I don't
Rackets is
fucking
a
know
faithful
Rackets'
man.
relationship. And I would bet Rackets definitely cheated on his wife at some point.
Have not.
Yeah, no. Well, shocking. You wouldn't admit it on a 1,000-person show.
Never.
But no, I don't fucking care about Chris Paul cheating on his wife. He's a fucking professional basketball player. They're all cheating on their wives. But the bottom line is Kanye West is going fucking batshit, right? Like just Nazi, mask, fuck the Jews, all this kind of shit that he's saying that's getting him kicked off everywhere and everyone hating him. And then in the middle of all of it, it's like fucking Jews, swastika, Nazi, Chris Paul fucked Kim Kardashian, blah, blah, Jews, Nazi. Like Paul just caught like a fucking buckshot, like a fucking, what do you call when you catch
stray?
Straight bullet.
Yeah, but what is it called? Come on.
Ricochet?
Shrapnel?
Shrapnel, yeah. Fucking just a piece of shrapnel. Just fucking cuts through Chris Paul in the middle of it. And everyone's reading all this like, what the fuck? Wait, Chris Paul? And after everything Kanye did yesterday, the number one trending thing on Twitter was Chris Paul fucking Kim Kardashian. Like, what did he have to think when he turned his Twitter on?
I mean,
Kim Kardashian's just keeping quiet through all of this. I don't know.
Everyone's keeping quiet. Has Chris Paul spoken, Evan?
not as far as I know.
Let's go. Buffalo touchdown.
I don't believe so.
No?
Oh my God, here we go again. Bro, I mean, now you got former NBA stars. The first thing that came up under the Suns.
Bring Howie in. I want to talk to Howie about the Chris Paul thing.
Bring him in. Lamar Odom, who calls himself a woke young black man, says the Phoenix Suns gorilla mascot is racist.
The Phoenix Suns gorilla mouth. Great time to bring Howie in out in the street. He's going to get jumped. Man on the street, Howie Dewey, connecting to audio. He should be with us shortly. All right, audio connected. Howie Dewey, how you doing?
What's up, dog?
I mean, we're talking about Chris Paul and racist mascot gorillas. A perfect time to bring you on.
Yeah, man. Chris Paul, he looks like he hit that ass. What's up, brother?
James Harden was with one of the Kardashians?
Dude,
Devin
who
Booker
hasn't
was.
been?
Everyone's been.
So somebody made up the all Kardashian all-star team. Point guard, Chris Paul. Shooting guard, small guard, James Harden.
Small guard.
Shooting guard, I said.
Little tiny,
Forward,
tiny guard.
Tiny guard.
forward, Ben Simmons. Power forward, Blake Griffin. Center, Tristan Thompson. And on the bench, you got Devin Booker.
Devin Booker's on the bench?
Yeah,
Devin
he's got to be
Booker.
starting.
Chris
How's he not
Humphries.
starting? He's the best player in the NBA.
Chris Humphries, Lamar Odom, Rashad McCants, and Jordan Clarkson.
I mean, and 47 other players that we don't. You think LeBron James hasn't tapped one of those? You think every fucking guy in the NBA hasn't fucked those guys? Of course they have.
I mean, that's got to be just some major Grand Canyon pussy right there. That's just.
I mean,
that's
how,
like
these guys got some
gotta-
huge cocks in the NBA, Howie, and they're still hot dog in the hallway in that pussy.
that's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, man. You gotta really smash that.
You gotta like move your hip in circles just to like hit the walls in there.
Oh God, that is
oh God. So Howie, do you think Chris Paul tapped Kim Kardashian? You think that definitely happened? And what do you think the fallout is?
Yeah, it was kind of wild. I like the way Kanye says he walked in, and that was like, hey, of course he did. Chris Paul's the master of the back door. That's what he does.
Pick and roll.
He's made a career on backdoor and backdoor and everything. Backdoor and checks, backdoor. That's what he does.
Oh my God, dude, what a disaster! Please God, let that be true. I want chaos. I love chaos and controversy.
Howie, I heard you were in a Vidal Sassoon commercial.
Yeah,
yeah, fucking bubbly. That was beautiful.
What is
Last
that?
2 days. I don't know. It's like, that it's a fucking drink. It's like a seltzer water with like 1,000 flavors. I had it. That stuff tastes like shit. I don't even like it.
Probably shouldn't be saying that right after filming their commercial.
No, I shouldn't be, but it was ass. I'd rather drink. I was drinking Mountain Dew all day yesterday. Yeah, it was all.
Remind me never to have Howie advertise my product.
No. If it's
at least wait till the check cashes, Howie. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I hope they paid you in cash.
I probably shouldn't have said that. Yeah.
We'll edit that out on the replay. It's a benefit of watching live.
Michael Bublé calls it buble, so we'll call it that. It's not bubbly, it's boobly. Booby.
Right.
I did a booby commercial.
So we got Buffalo on. We got Buffalo on right now, Howie. Buffalo was down like 16-0. They cut it to 16-10. So for those of you that got the Buffalo live when we gave it out to start the show, they were plus 3.5. They're still minus 144 right now, guys. I mean, I would hit that. This thing was a runaway early, weird start time, Howie, I was saying. What is going on over there?
This dude's hammered.
Dude, you got to keep the camera always on Howie when he's on the street, Evan. It could be
all
four of us. All four of us.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. Cerebral palsy, my bad. You never know. Yeah, this is just wild. Like look at this elf on a tricycle. Nice bike. Oh, fuck.
Oh my God.
I mean, really? Who rides a tricycle at age 26? That was wild. I see that shit. Nice poop. Nice pooper. You're overachieving.
Nice poop. I mean, dude, killed, man. Howie, you need to just film yourself on the street like Andrew Dice Clay and just fucking Instagram live it.
The man.
Yeah, the Dan on the street thing. But I like Buffalo right now. Howie, we got some games for college football tonight.
Dude, so listen, I mean, tonight this is a battle.
If you're on the wrong side of me on this one, we're going to war because I'm all in on one of these.
I know, and we're probably on the wrong side because your team's playing tonight, Texas San Antonio, and they're playing against University of North Texas.
No, actually, that's not the game I'm on. So you're
all
free
right.
here. You're free.
Okay,
here.
So I absolutely love UNT tonight. I love North Texas going into San Antonio. I like covering at 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
They played earlier this year. Very close game in North Texas. But I sent you the article. The thing I like the best is the fact that North Texas's quarterback is almost 28 fucking years old. I mean, he's older than most NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah.
This guy's got fucking grandkids, and he's literally playing on national TV. North Texas. So that's a mature fuck. That guy is like, I mean, think about it. That's like, he's got kids in 6th, 7th grade going with the game tonight. Watch Pops play college football. I love North Texas tonight. I love that game.
All right. I don't mind that either. I don't have a strong lean on that. What I do have is the Caleb Williams show that's coming up. And you better believe I spent the whole fucking first half of the year, Howie, fading USC. And I loved Caleb Williams. And every week, and it wasn't even just me either. That's what made me comfortable in it. You know, they're playing Stanford, and I take Stanford, and I justify it because Stanford turned the ball over fucking 4 times and should have covered and possibly won. Then they play Fresno, and they run them out. Fine. Then Oregon State, they fucking barely beat Oregon State. So I'm like, this team's fugazi. I got the win against Utah, right? It was the only time I want to bet on or against USC. And then lately, I fucking even went Notre Dame last week, and we backdoored a fucking stole a fucking teaser on that. So I mean, I have not been right on USC much at all this year, and I am just done going against Caleb Williams. I think this is his year. I think this is his time to shine. I think he gets this win. He's too clutch. He's too prime time. And you're going to give me a money line on Caleb Williams in this spot. I know Utah's probably the bet. If I was unbiased towards Caleb, Utah would be. I bet Utah last time versus them and won. I'm going all in Caleb. It's completely biased. I'm scaling literally almost every dollar I'm putting in play tonight on this. So tell me where you're at, even if you completely disagree with me.
I don't disagree with you, but I already placed mine, and I took UNT, I teased them, and I teased Utah to plus 8.5.
I'm fine with that.
So
I think it's close.
If Utah loses by a touchdown, I'm happier than shit. But will USC win that game? Probably. I think they will.
Now the question is, and I think that's right. Like USC, from me and Howie have honestly, Howie, for two guys that have been on the same side of most things. When we're on opposite sides, we always tend to have like a 10-point middle, and we always either hit it or just miss it. Like so I'm not even worried about this middle. I think this is perfect. But USC, I agree. Nothing but close games. I mean, a 3-point game against UCLA. The Notre Dame game last week was closer than it ended up. 6 points against Cal, 8 points against Arizona, 1 point Utah. All these games have been 3 points against Oregon State. They're all close games. So this could easily end, right down to the wire with Caleb making a big play to win it. And we both get to the house on it. The question is this, Howie, and I know this is going to piss a lot of fucking people off, but I was watching some shows yesterday. I'm seeing all those algorithms that they have for the fucking college football playoffs saying that even if TCU wins and USC wins, right? If USC wins, the algorithms are still putting Ohio State in the Final Four and knocking USC out. Do you think that's possible?
I do think it's possible. I think it's disgusting, but I think it's possible just because of the way that they run this piece of shit playoff system. I mean, teams have gotten screwed over the past. I think it's disgusting. If you put Ohio State, which they showed on national, first of all, Michigan's not worth a shit. I'll say that right now.
Michigan sucks.
I mean, and if you take another team from that garbage conference, I mean, at least USC has a couple athletes. I mean, take a Pac-10. Let's see a West Coast team in there.
Not to cut you off, Howie. 2-2. Switzerland just scored to tie it up. 2-2 in the first half, though, in this game.
That's in what the hell sport is that? The kickball?
Yeah, it's the foot fairy sport.
Yeah, I just
all right, go on. USC.
I got all kinds of shit from Tripoli the other day. He got pissed at me because I bet Iran against the U.S.
I mean,
the U.S. was up 1-0 or 1-0, whatever they call it, and Iran was plus 1,400. How do you not like fucking Iran? I mean, Jesus Christ.
I mean, not like Iran. I give you a lot of reasons why you not like Iran, regardless of sport.
I mean, they fucking they beat their women. I figured they could beat the U.S. I was like, let's go, man, let's go.
Evan better be panning the Rackets on these. Rackets is dying in his fucking car over here.
I'm serious, man. I was like that. I was like, Iran, you got to score. I mean, then the goalkeeper gives up a goal, and I'm like, fucking, he gives up a goal, and probably yesterday he probably gave up his head in public.
Do you know my neighbor actually went to high school with the goalie?
Really?
Yeah, my neighbor went to high school with the goalie, and then when I talked to him about it, Turner, when I talked to him about it, he said it just came up in passing. We're friendly, like we're cool, but we don't like hang out and drink together.
So your neighbor went to like Tehran High?
Whatever the high school was, he's like, yeah, I went to the high school because we don't talk that much. It's usually in passing. He's got a girlfriend. They're usually together over there, and yeah, he came by and he's like, he just knows I love sports. So he's like, oh, let's go USA. Wow. I went to high school with the goalie. I'm like, great. He's like, yeah, he wasn't even that great in high school. He's like, we couldn't believe it. Turns out. So then I looked into it. Turns out the kid was a walk-on at Fairfield for soccer.
Oh, and so now he actually went to college. Oh, okay.
He was a walk-on at Fairfield, which is not a soccer school. And then he ended up making the U.S. men's national team. He started playing soccer, I think, his third year of high school, which really just proves that if any real athlete wanted to play soccer, you could be the best in the world because all the athletes don't play soccer.
Can you imagine if we had LeBron James? Can you imagine if we had LeBron James at goalie?
Oh my God, dude. I'd be on the fucking national team. These guys aren't athletes. They're track stars. There's 7 people in the world that know how to play soccer. And the rest of them are just run around and kick the ball to those one guy per team. Anyway, let's get back to this. So on the college football, do you think Ohio State gets in?
I hope to hell not.
Because they're plus 1,000. Here's the odds to win the national championship, Bill. Right now, Ohio State's not even in the college football playoff, and they're ahead of TCU and USC as far as odds to win the national championship.
Of course
That's
they
how
are,
fucking. That's how much Vegas thinks they're in. It's Georgia minus 160, Michigan plus 300, Ohio State plus 1,000, TCU, the most fucking disrespected team in the country, plus 1,200 still, USC plus 1,200, and Alabama's done. I don't think they get in no matter what happens to anybody.
Well, you know what? If Vegas has those odds, Vegas always knows. Vegas is usually
they have to know.
Correct. So Vegas is like, yeah, Ohio State's getting in.
Yeah. Unless they're just banking on one of TCU or USC losing, and then that'll totally flip on its head. But
yeah. That could be it.
Whatever it is. Are there any other games you like this weekend, Howie, for college football?
I absolutely love Georgia beating the shit out of LSU. LSU's not that good. I mean, they started playing well, but I think Georgia just pulls out the stops. They want to blow this thing out early. They don't want it to keep it a game. I think this game is done by the third quarter, and they're up 30, 40 points. I really do. I love Georgia.
Right, so you're fine laying the 17.5?
Yes. I love it.
All right. You're probably gonna be teasing the shit out of that, I'm assuming, right?
I love it. Yes. I'm teasing them with Central Florida. Central Florida's getting plus 3.5 against Tulane. Tulane's had a great year.
I'm actually seeing four on MGM, so you're getting a
4. I love it. Look, USC's University of Central Florida, they've been here every fucking year. Every year they go to a big game.
Mm-hmm.
They've been here. They know how to win. I think they win this game. I actually like the money line on that.
Okay, UCF. So you want to do a teaser there? You could do one of those 8-point teasers for like even money on FanDuel.
Absolutely, 100%. Yep. I like Georgia and UCF, both of them.
Yeah, let's get both. All right, you got that, Evan? Do you want me to read it? You want to read it to you what it is? I'm going to figure it out right now. What's the best one? Because we want to get under that 17.5. While I figure this out, Howie, anything in college basketball you like today?
Oh my God. This is like, look, and I mean, I'm not bragging, but I went 7 for 7 yesterday.
Jesus Christ.
I sent you the text.
You showed me a couple of them. I woke up to them. I fell asleep in the middle of us talking. I woke up. I was like, you were just hitting winners while I was sleeping.
Yeah, it was just left and right. I mean, I took last night. I love Mike Hopkins, the coach at University of Washington from Syracuse. He got down early. You knew they were going to come back, and they did. They came back, covered that easily. Look, here's what you got today. Listen, if you're listening to this is a lock of the year. You got Bryant. Bryant is laying 10 against Brown, a shitty Ivy League school. They're not that good. Bryant just beat Florida State by 54. 54! They beat Florida State. They beat Syracuse. They're 6-1. They lost to a really good Florida Atlantic team, one of the best teams Florida Atlantic's had in years. But I love Bryant. They're laying 10. I think they win that game by probably 25. And if you want to, tease them with Siena. Siena, best team they've had in probably 15, 20 years. They also beat Florida State. But who else did they beat? They beat somebody big like 3-4 days ago. They're laying 7.5 against Canisius. I love Siena. I love Bryant. Those are 2 early games. I would be all over them. The other one, Tommy, you got UMass playing Harvard tonight. UMass, Frank Martin, you see how well they play. They play defense.
Yeah, they do.
Frank Martin went in, he just started knocking heads around.
Gotta love them, big coaches going to schools like that used to have a legacy and then fell off and trying to bring them back. That's my favorite spots.
He's got a great
the culture's there. You know, the culture was there years ago, Marcus Camby and all that. So you're not coming from the dead. You're bringing back something that was already there.
And Frank Martin's got those kids playing hard. They're laying 1.5 against Harvard. I love UMass in this spot. And, of course, the only other game I like tonight, I'll give you the 4th college hoop game. You got Gonzaga.
I was going to say, what's your take on this Baylor-Gonzaga?
At Baylor. I've watched Baylor 3 times this year. Baylor's had some great years, some great teams. He's got a few weak links this year.
I don't think they're that good. I don't think
they
they're
don't
that good.
rebound the way they usually do. They don't have those 6'10" athletes. I mean, they have a 1, but they don't have like 3 or 4 like they have. I think Gonzaga gets it done down low and probably wins that game by 10 points.
I like Gonzaga too. I'm on Gonzaga in this one. It's I haven't been impressed with Baylor. I'm taking Gonzaga in this one also with you. By the way, Evan, that teaser for Howie, we'll do a 8-point teaser on FanDuel minus 110. Georgia minus 9.5 to get under the 10, and Central Florida plus 11.5 to get over all those key numbers. So, Howie, you like
Love
that?
it.
Minus 110, Georgia under the 10, Central Florida over the 11.
100%. Love it.
All right. All in.
Absolutely.
All right. You got to be cold out there, Howie, and I know you got some people to harass. So, I'm going to let you get going. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right, guys. Let's crush.
All right. Thanks for squeezing us in, Howie. Talk to you later, bro.
All right, brother.
Later, man. What a guy. Comes prepared. Right out of a bubbly commercial, coming ready from the street, like he's sitting in front of his computer. Bill, anything you like in college hoops, college football, anything for this weekend?
No
What's your take on Ohio State getting into the college football playoffs?
I mean, they're not.
You think they're gonna? You think even with a TCU and USC win?
Probably, most likely, right?
I mean, I just don't know how you could. I could see with a loss. It's a disgrace if they do, because they shouldn't even have been undefeated. That's the thing. That team sucked, dude. The Big Ten just fucking sucks. Like, if you look at TCU, they played much harder competition than fucking Ohio State this year. It's not even close. Like, the Big 12 is so much better than the Pac 10. Like, Oklahoma State would wax 90% of the fucking Big Ten, and they're not even flirting with anything important. So it just pisses me the fuck off. They're going to put Ohio State in. They're going to pray. The committee usually gets bailed out at this time of year, right, Bill? Where all of a sudden fucking TCU will lose or USC will lose tonight, and then they'll have an easy. It's easy to put Ohio State in over USC if USC loses tonight. Obviously, you're going to do that. But, I mean, what if you're USC and you got Caleb Williams and you just fucking made it through this whole year with one loss by 1 point to Utah that you should have won, and you get fucking overlooked when you win your fucking conference tonight and you're already the 4 seed? That would be disgrace. Absolute disgrace. Anything you like for college football this weekend, Bill?
Nope, nothing yet.
All right. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm scaling into USC tonight.
I do like USC tonight, but
yeah,
I love the quarterback. So
there's not that many games this weekend. I mean, you're literally looking at a very light Saturday, which is me and Bill may hit the bar early tomorrow morning for the USA game, stay for the TCU game at 12 o'clock. Who knows? But I'm not playing the UTSA game. I'm going to give you 2 plays for college football. And these are the only 2 plays I think you need to bet, and the rest have to go to the subs because I only got about 6 plays for college football tomorrow, and I'm not going to give them all out here when people are paying for it. So I'm going to give you my 2 favorite plays, though. It's USC tonight, minus 140. I'm slamming that, so skull fuck that. I think Caleb Williams gets it done. For the subscribers, I'm going to have a bunch of prop parlays, same-game parlays on this. I'm sure Bill will jump on board some of the Caleb Williams madness that we're going to be doing tonight. And then tomorrow, it's my fucking horny toads. The TCU Horned Frogs. Everyone and their fucking mothers talking about them losing again tomorrow, Bill. Every fucking week. All they tell me is that TCU's going to lose. And TCU never loses.
All they do is win.
They just fucking win. And why do they win, Bill? You've gotten a little glimpse of it because I've been on the phone with you in your ear. From what you've seen, you haven't watched a lot of TCU. The line's dropping. It opened minus 2.5. It's down to minus 1.5 for TCU. Everyone's betting Kansas State. Why are they going to win, Bill? What do I tell you every time they fucking play that no one can factor into their algorithms?
Well, I'll tell you why they win. They do the things they're supposed to do.
Yes. Right. But you're right. Your analysis is why TCU is going to win. They do the things they're supposed to do. They don't fuck up. They don't punt 10 yards. They don't fucking kick on 4th and 1. They make the catches. They make the big plays. They let you fuck up. That's what's going to happen. K-State's going to probably get out to a little lead. Everyone's going to get excited. TCU's going to claw their way back in. And at the end of the game, when K-State has a big drive to either tie or win, the defensive back for TCU is going to jump up, swat a ball away that he shouldn't have swatted away, and they're going to win the game. TCU wins this by 5 and put it on the money line minus 120. Don't even hit it now. There'll probably be a dog by tomorrow the way everyone hates TCU. So the more time that passes, the better your line's going to be. Right now it's 120, 125. Wait till tomorrow. You'll probably be getting a point in this one. So slam those 2 games. Rackets, just wanted to say hi.
Hi, Tommy.
How you doing?
I'm great.
All right, cool.
Nice and warm.
Nice. That's good. College basketball today, I got to be honest with you, there's not much going on. It's a pretty shitty universe that we're going here. Howie gave you a few games. One of the games that I'm looking at right now, I like San Diego State, and this is purely a money play. We hit the Creighton yesterday, which was nice. We hit the Illinois State, which I told you was a money play. There's another money play right now. Everyone and their fucking mothers on Kent State. This line opened at 6.5. It's still at 6.5. And it is the largest percentage of bets and largest percentage of money on the entire board is on Kent State tonight. 98% of the money and 87% of the bets is on Kent State. Rackets, as someone who analyzes lines, if I tell you 87% of the bets and 99% of the money is on one team and the line hasn't moved, what are you betting?
The other side. I hate
The other
being with
side.
everybody else.
Give me San Diego State plus 6.5.
Automatically.
There's something going on here. There's way too much fucking money flying in on Kent State for that line to still be 6.5 at pretty much every book, too. It's not an aberration. Another situation here I'll give you, Rackets. Keep in mind, Fridays, it's usually shitty schools. You don't see too much, so you're betting mostly line movements today. You're not betting a lot of these players. I couldn't even name you a player on San Diego State. We're just betting the number here. Rackets, let me give you another one. Long Island opened at 17.5. The line is up to 19.5. Okay? So they were plus 17.5. Now they're plus 19.5, and they're getting 72% of the money. Who we betting on?
Yeah, the other side again.
The other side. Give me Townsend minus 19.5 on this one. So Townsend minus 19.5. San Diego State plus 6.5. Those are two of the ones I like. I do like NC State a little bit. Not going to put that out as an official play yet. And I am with Howie on Gonzaga. So give me the Gonzaga money line on Baylor here. So that's 3 plays for you in the college hoops. Townsend minus 19.5. San Diego State plus 6.5. And Gonzaga on the money line. If you have that up, that should be flirting around like 135. Gonzaga on the money line. So that is your college basketball rundown. For tomorrow's college basketball plays on Saturday, you will need to join 4deepbets.com. And you could fuck with us all day, all night, and into the morning. Got a bunch of top 25 teams playing tomorrow and some games I really like. Woo! Let's move over, switch gears so I don't have to talk. NBA, Bill, talk to me.
So I am doing a parlay right now I'm putting it into the Cavaliers, who I completely love over the Magic tonight. Big line. They should kill them. The Celtics, who are playing the Heat again, they just played them at the Garden.
Hold on, time out. Why is everyone saying it's South Dakota State? What did I say? San Diego State?
Yeah, you said San Diego.
Oh, my bad. South Dakota State. My bad. Carry on.
I
wrote South Dakota State too. Go on.
Hold on. Plus 145. I am doing the Cavs and the Celtics. Celtics are playing the Heat again. Like I told you the other day when I was talking to you on the phone, I like them a lot. The Heat have so many injuries. Everyone's game time. We'll see. Celtics are great as long as everyone's playing, which I think they should be tonight. Always watch the lineups, guys. Oh, this is always tentative compared on the lineups. But I love them because they beat them the other day and they're back at home. It's so weird that they played at the Garden and they're playing at the Garden again one day later. Very strange. But and I'm adding the Winnipeg Jets in hockey to that parlay. So that's a 3-team parlay. Cavs, Celtics, Jets, plus 145. I like it a lot. That is what I am doing, barring the lineups and everything. And I have one player prop that I've been hitting the whole time. Jalen Green, over 2.5 turnovers.
I mean, that fucking thing, that's still 2.5?
Yeah, he didn't get it last game. He only got 2 in the first half.
He's got like 15 out of the last 17.
Game was a blowout, so I really don't get much into that. And he scored a lot of points late, and he wasn't really passing.
And he's not going to do it every single game.
No, but it's hitting like
90% of the time.
It's hitting 80 or 90%. So I'm doing that again. Jalen Green, over 2.5 turnovers. I think he averages like 5, guys. I don't know why they keep putting this at 2.5. Even when it didn't hit, it missed by 1. Yeah. So we're going right back to the ship with that. I'm giving that to you guys again. So those are my 2 bets: the parlay and the Jalen Green. There you go.
All right, I like it. In hockey, I'm going to give you one play too. We should have smashed the hockey yesterday. I know we got the Devils.
The Devils just.
Sometimes you make the wrong bet. Sometimes you just get fucked. Last night we just got fucked. The Devils was the right bet the whole way. We had all the bad luck to start. Overcame all that. Should have scored 5-6 goals and then 9 seconds left. Nothing you could do. But I'm going back to hockey well today with the team from the local area. A little proximity bet for Bill Rupp here. I'm actually going with the Islanders. I know Bill likes Winnipeg.
I like the Islanders too tonight. That's good.
Yeah, I'm going with the Islanders. You can find that. I'm not checking every book. I don't know if you guys see a better line. I'm seeing 160 right now. Actually, fuck it. I'll check all the books. Let me see.
164 on FanDuel.
159 on Bet Rivers, it looks like right now. 164, 165 everywhere else. So Bet Rivers looks like the best line, minus 159. Give me the Islanders today versus the Preds. Do we dare fuck with them again, Bill? Going back to the Preds. Preds playing an overtime game in New Jersey last night. Tough game, up and down affair. Now going into the island. I think the Islanders take care of business today, and Preds. That luck rubs off. What happens? Let's get our get back on the Predators. Make them pay for last night. So I like the Islanders, and now we will move over to football. I think we're on NFL, right?
Yep.
All right, NFL Rackets. Talk to me a little bit about NFL. I have to take a breath and grab a water. So shoot the shit, Bill. Respond, and I'll be right back, boys.
Yeah, I have 2 bets in the NFL this week. We've been pretty good on the teasers all season, really, in a season where teasers have been shit. So right back to the teaser this week. 3 games it's the Broncos game under. I want to say 45 and a half, 46 and a half. 46 and a half. The Giants and Commanders, I want to say that's 47. Yep. And then Colts plus 17 and a half. The total's like 47 or 48 in that game, whatever. But if you're going to give me 17 and a half points, that's way too much. It should be under 10 by halftime or by game time. But and then I have a double result. I have 3 of them this week. I'll give you guys one of them. Titans and Eagles. Again, Titans are really good in the first half. Eagles can't stop the run. I expect Derrick Henry to have a good half. Jeez, I almost choked. I expect Henry to have a good half.
Like I always say, Rackets, if you're going to die, do it on the show. I respect it.
Might as well. Eagles can't stop the run. Henry should have a healthy workload in the first half. And I think the Eagles come back in the second half at plus 650. That's one of the – it's not my favorite one of the weekend, but it's the one I'll give you guys. I have 2 more for the subs on Sunday.
All right. Bill Rupp, what do you like this week?
I love, and it saddens me to say I'm going with the Commanders. I don't think
that sadden you.
Because I was with the Giants for so long.
Uh-huh. Is your love affair over?
Yeah, proximity love affair is done.
It's done. You're moving on.
The running game is come to a complete halt. I don't think Saquon gets back to the running game again this weekend. Washington is just firing on all cylinders right now. Their defense, their offense. You got it, Heineke. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the quarterbacks this year. I mean, we're gonna get maybe a Tua MVP. So I don't know. Heineke's playing great.
Oh my boy.
What's going on? That the Giants are falling, Commanders are rising, stock is rising. So when in the stock terminology, Tommy, you would say that the Giants are
a sell.
Yeah.
Sell high.
Commanders are a.
Well, if Commanders were buy low. I mean, I've been buying the Commanders since Fitzpatrick. Remember, Commanders. I can't believe I just said that. Redskins. I was telling you, if the Redskins just got Fitzpatrick, and then they got Fitzpatrick, and he was doing good, and then I think he got hurt or whatever the fuck happened there. But I've liked this Redskins team for a few years, so this doesn't surprise me too much. I've been kind of on the Heineke bandwagon. So
and
I like what I'm saying.
I'm also gonna parlay a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna ride. There's a lot of good UFC fights this week that I'm sure Mike will talk about. But our boy who was on the show, the fire marshal, is fighting Saturday. I'm going to be riding him too. So I'm going to be putting him with a lot of stuff.
I think Chris Dawkins is fighting as well.
Yes.
Oh, wow. The whole No Mercy, the whole Stay Cashin orders.
Stay Cashin lie, yeah. So I was going to say, I might parlay, I might do a whole show parlay of like people who were on our show and everything like that. But I'm sure Mike will talk about it. If he doesn't, I will be on those. I will tweet it out also if I'm doing it, guys, so you'll know for your freeloaders.
For you freeloading motherfuckers.
It's a big card this weekend.
Well, let's stay on football. We'll get to that.
Okay. Well, yeah. I am all over the Commanders. That is my one play that I absolutely love this weekend, guys. Get on that. The Giants are fading fast. I listen to all sports talk. I know what's going on in New York. I don't think
they never had any staying
listen.
power.
The coaching could only bring them so far, guys, and he's brought them as far as it could go. And now
Bill's selling on Daniel Jones now again.
I mean, listen, we all told them what was going to happen. They're probably going to make the playoffs. They're going to have enough wins where they should be able
my
to.
Man Tua is going to win MVP.
But I kept telling you every week, Bill, they're not a good football team. The
Tua's
Jets
not
are a good football team.
Tua's not good, Bill.
Forget it. Oh, God. Dude, he's not good. You give anyone Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and they're good. Yeah, exactly. Dude, anyone Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and a coach who knows how. Dude, this game is 3-2 in the first half. This Switzerland, whatever the fuck SUI is. Oh, my God. You give anyone fucking Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and the weapons that kid has, and they'll be fine. He throws the ball 6 yards, they run 100.
When I start doing hand things, it's like I remember my days when I worked at the jail, and I start crip walking. And I, start. So.
What the fuck?
I get
some rhythm, dude.
I get excited. So yeah, MVP.
What the fuck?
Crip walk right over your face.
For fucking years, I've never seen that once. What are you doing?
Crip walking all over you.
You're about to get fucking shot.
All over you.
Oh my God.
You get it all here, folks.
How am I supposed to recover from this? What in the fuck is going on? How are we even a thing? How are we allowed on the internet? Oh my God. You're nuts. You're nuts.
Do it again, Bill.
Hip's looking great, though.
Oh my God, dude. I can't even believe that this is a real person. Oh my God. I'm watching it again on the thing. Oh my God. I can't even believe what fucking dude. Bill, are you gonna die now?
No, listen, I'm good.
You're good.
I'm honorary. They know about
you guys gotta fucking tune into the late night Discord chats where Bill tells the stories about how he was in the meetings and everything. Like we have you guys gotta sign up. You just gotta sign. This is basically a visual version of what goes on from fucking Friday night to Sunday morning on the Discord.
We got Tommy G pictures last night.
We were doing family pictures.
Uncle Danny looking like a stud.
Uncle Danny looking like John Travolta. You guys have no idea. They're freeloaders. You have no idea. You don't even need the picks. You're not here for picks. We just happen to do gambling too. You're here for the entertainment in the Discords. Probably another 30-hour bender coming up this weekend. But, whew, Bill, those are real gang signs too.
You know it. Sometimes I keep a blue flag hanging on my backside, only on the left side. Yeah, that's the Crip side.
Oh my God, that was fucking great. I fucking love it. That was unbelievable. All right, let me give you a couple bets here for NFL before we bring Is Constantino coming in?
He's in the waiting room.
All right, so one thing I like here, I like the Jets this week. Looking at 3.5 that we're getting here. Their defense is going to be way too much for Kirk Cousins. I do like this Minnesota team. I got some futures on them at some phenomenal odds that are much lower now.
Tommy, you think the line falls below 3 because it's already 3
I do.
on FanDuel.
I do. I think you need to get to 3.
I like that too.
I think you need to get to 3 right now.
Yeah.
Get to 3 right now.
Need 3. I think you just take the money line.
You easily. I think the Jets win the game. But really what this comes down to is I do like Minnesota at home. Their offense better than the Jets. I think Rob Saleh is going to have something for Cousins. I think he's an easy quarterback to prepare for. If you have an elite defense, he's an easy quarterback to shut down. So I'm going to be riding with the Jets in this one. I think they take it home, win the game. Any other sides that you like, Bill, that you're looking at this weekend? You said now, Commanders. I'm with you. I love the Commanders minus 126. It's one of my favorite bets.
I love them a lot.
I don't see how you don't skull fuck the Seahawks money line in every parlay that you're doing. This weekend.
That could be a teaser piece too.
Teaser piece, parlay piece. You got to get to see. I don't know. Was that what you were talking about before I came on when I went to get a water?
No. But that's a good teaser piece right there too.
Yeah, you got to be skull fucking to Seattle in this one.
Real fast. What do you think about the Dolphins and Niners? It's a great game.
That is going to be a great game. That is one of, you know what? Fuck it. That's one of my other double results that you asked about it. Dolphins at halftime, Niners full time. Plus 700, I want to say that one is. And again, Niners defense in the second half, they make the halftime adjustments. They haven't given up a point in the second half in 4 games. So I like the Dolphins to get out early. Niners have a tendency to lose the first half. So this is another trend bet as well. That's actually my favorite one of the weekend.
So over fucking gang sign Rupp over there with his little MVP.
Oh, Tommy, I forgot to ask Rackets yesterday on Rupp and Rackets about his new head coach.
Okay, let's save that. Let's finish this, then we'll get to that in 1 second. Seattle and San Fran money line parlay, Evan, minus 105. Tua gets exposed. Your fucking little MVP boy with your little MVP gang sign gets his fucking ass handed to him this week. And you start to see what Tua really looks like when he has to go play a real team and can't just have
Eric Armstead back this week against the Dolphins.
Yeah,
too.
they're gonna eat the Dolphins' ass. I like the Dolphins and I like the Niners in this game. If the Dolphins do have a chance, it's early, like you said, Rackets. I don't hate your double result there, but I think this is a San Fran wire to wire. I think they just stomp them out. I may be doing alt totals on this too. Maybe San Fran minus 15 type stuff. Wow. I do like the Bengals too. I'm going to give you that. I want to see 3. I'm not going to be like all these other fucking losers that are out there. Every time you listen to anyone, even though you WFAN late at night, right? Who's the old guy who's on there? That's
the Schmooze?
No, there's the 3 nerds. I've never heard of any of them. They do the show on fucking it's like a girl and 2 guys that do the show. I think one's a former football player where they pretend they know gambling. Not Costos and those guys. Those guys are good. It's some other fucking group over there. They're always like, oh, well, I can't find a 3. Listen, if you're like a super sharp bettor and that's what you do, like, you use Costos, for example. Costos and what's his name? Lockie Lockerson or whatever his name is. Like, they're really good. They do a great job. And they're strategic and they're analytic and they search for their number, right? And then you see a lot of the guys at VSiN in Vegas. They look for their number. If they can't get their number, they're not paying VIG. They're not paying the extra 20 cents. I've said it for years. That's the way to go if you're them. But if you're a regular Joe Smo looking to fucking throw some beer money around and win some fucking bet, go win the fucking game. Don't take 2.5 if you could pay an extra 10 cents, 20 cents. Some of these books are only charging you 10 cents to go from 2.5 to 3.5. That used to be 30 cents on the street to go from 2.5 to 3.5. So in this Bengals game, I think the Bengals win. But you're looking at Bengals plus 2.5 at some books and it's moving. Go fucking pay the extra 10 cents and take the 3.5. So I'm going to lay the fucking alt line on this. Give me the Bengals plus 3.5, minus 124. They beat the Chiefs this week. The Bengals are a better team than the Chiefs. So the Bengals beat the Chiefs this week, but I want the field goal just in case. This money's moving towards it. You might be able to wait, so you don't have to hit this now. This line opened at a pick 'em. It's up to fucking -2, so we'll probably get to 3 anyway. But if it doesn't, just pay the fucking 10 cents. Stop being a pussy. You're gambling. You're not a professional gambler. You're just gambling. Professional gamblers aren't watching Bill do fucking gang signs on a fucking Stay Cashin show. You're watching someone else. So if you're just out here fucking gambling, pay the 10 cents, get it over to 3.5. All right, Bill, what were you going to say? You had a question for Rackets, then we'll bring Constantino on.
Rackets, your new coach was on there the other day saying that at the end of the game, he blew it. He didn't know how much time was left on that last drive, and he was sorry. And totally said he totally didn't know how much time was left, and he left those timeouts and everything, and he just blew it. And then they're like, well, someone was like, well, I guess that's what you get for hiring a coach who's never coached above high school. He just totally mismanaged it. He admitted it. He had mismanaged the final drive and didn't know how much time was left in the game.
Yeah, he did. And he absolutely mismanaged it. But at the same time, Matt Ryan could have called timeout too after that scramble by himself. Like, he could have just been like, timeout, I need a fucking breather. Like,
correct.
You have 3 of them, so it's not 100% on Saturday either. Like,
well,
Matt Ryan's been in the league long enough to take a timeout by himself. You know
Your
what I'm
guy,
saying?
Rackets. That was your guy. That's your
He
guy,
took
Rackets.
the blame for Matt Ryan also. He put it on his shoulders, which he should. He's the head coach. But, he was going to get criticized the shit out of it for it. So.
Yeah, I was screaming at my TV. I was not screaming at Saturday. I was screaming at Matt Ryan for being in the league for almost 20 years or 20-plus years and not taking a timeout when you just fucking ran for 20 yards.
Yeah, yourself.
You're
the quarterback.
Like,
you're looking.
You're
at
the one that's out of breath. Take the fucking timeout.
You need the rest more than anyone.
Yeah, like you need the fucking rest.
Like I said when you guys brought Matt Ryan on, I hate to keep throwing it in your face, but it keeps coming up. Everything comes up Tommy G when it comes to the Colts.
Everyone keeps
the guy's
asking me
a
about
loser.
Aaron Rodgers next year.
The guy's a loser, man. He's a born loser. You're a choke artist for a reason because you lose your head at the end of games. That's what it makes poor decisions late. Bill's a Falcons fan. He went through it.
It's in the red zone, and
it's any big spot.
Zone, it's when the pressure's on.
It's when the clock's ticking, the fourth quarter, or in the red zone. Any big spot, Matt Ryan loses his head, and you watched it. I mean, yeah, and you're right, Jeff Saturday. It's ridiculous. It's like, I know you're defending your player, but you're also auditioning for a job, and you basically just buried yourself. That's one of the times I wouldn't have fucking volunteered that I'm an idiot.
The one thing I will say, I've been talking about that Niners defense for months now. DeMeco Ryans will probably be a head coach next year. I can only hope and pray that he likes Indianapolis because of Buckner. Like that's the only thing I have hope for right now.
Yeah. All right. Let's bring in Constantino here, talk a little UFC and see if he has a quick take or two on the NFL. Constantino, whoa, hey, we're looking up at you. How you doing?
Hello.
There he is.
My internet on my computer is not working, so I had to do it from my phone.
All
right. You know what it looked like, Tommy, when he came in? It looked like, the movie Do the Right Thing. When you're looking up at the big black dude, what was his name?
Radio Raheem.
Yeah, Raheem. When he's like, when every shot is like up out.
Radio Raheem like a motherfucker. That was a great movie, wasn't it?
Awesome.
I thought it was in a POV porn right there.
No, I got my. There was a Verizon truck outside, and ever since they've been here a couple days ago, my internet's not working, and I got to call and do that painful stay on the phone for like an hour while they ask you a zillion questions thing.
Oh, that's always fun. So, Mike, you like anything in the NFL? First of all, did you see Bill Crip walk?
I did see Bill Crip walk, yes. I mean, I have a question. Is what he's doing with his hands real, or is it like a random pattern?
No, it's real.
No, you got to go on the Discord any weekend from, and I don't want to spoil it because I'm going to make people sign up to hear these stories. Any weekend after like midnight, Friday, Saturday into Sunday, you'll hear portions of Bill's blood and Crip stories from the jail. How he was like in the meetings and shit. Yeah.
What would they do to him if they saw him doing that?
He's honorary.
As long as I give the right sign, I'm good.
All right.
Listen, you won't see me doing it. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, around with that
I spent a lot of time in jail and I never flashed anything once. But anyway.
You can't mess around with that stuff.
Anyway, Mike, anything you like in the NFL this weekend, or have you dove into it yet?
You know what? I haven't got as far into it, but I did look on the surface. But I'm going to save it for tonight because I've been focusing on this UFC. We had 15 fights.
A huge card, yeah.
More than normal, and it's been taking a lot of time.
No, totally fine. Totally fine. All right, so let's get to it. So,
Bill guys who were on the show, right, Mike?
Bill was talking about how we have some fucking some loyal show guests on here on this card. So talk to me.
Just one for this card, and
I think you said Dawkins, Bill.
What's that?
Well, Bill said Dawkins and Fire Marshal.
That was me. It's a different
that's
Dawkins.
Chris Dawkins' little brother Kyle.
Oh, it's his brother. Okay, it's it's proximity. Proximity. We'll take it.
Yeah, no, 100%. And Chris will be in his corner. I actually had breakfast today with his manager, Hector. You know who you hear me talking.
Yeah.
And he gave me a little insight to that, which I'm happy to hear about. They brought in a striking coach from Italy who will be in his corner. He worked a lot of striking, and his brother Chris will be in his corner with Will Martinez, his jiu-jitsu coach. So he likes the matchup. I mean, Kyle's over 2-1 favorite, which is a big line against Eric Anders.
Anders good. Yeah.
But, he seems pretty confident on that. But one of our bets here is going to be the Fire Marshal, Francis Marshall.
Let's go.
He is a friend of the program. As you know, he was on our Stay Cashin show. And my friend Kurt Pellegrino, former UFC fighter, is his mentor. He's out there cornering him. And I think the price is fair, and I think it's a great matchup. And I want to take advantage of it. It's sitting at around minus 160 right now. But Francis is 6-0, so he's undefeated. And he has 4 wins by submission. And he's very well-rounded. He can throw hands, he could wrestle, and he's good in jiu-jitsu. And his opponent, on the other hand, is a good fighter, Marcelo Rojo, but he's more of a journeyman who got his call to the UFC late in his career, and he's 0-2 thus far. He's been submitted once and knocked out once here in the UFC, so he's fighting to stay on the roster, per se. And he has been submitted in 5 of his 8 losses. So I think that for our boy Francis, if he doesn't like the way things are going on the feet, he can rely on his wrestling, and he has a clear path to also win, on the ground. So I think it's a great matchup for him. He's in amazing shape. He's well-rounded. He's well-coached. He's 11 years younger. He's going to have 1 inch height, 1 inch reach advantage, and a fair line. So we're going to make that a bet. Francis the Fire Marshal is one of our bets.
Okay, I like it. What else we
Now,
like?
I had another bet, and the fight just got canceled. So I pulled it down, Evan. I don't know if you saw it originally. We were going to be on Tracy Cortez, and then I pulled it down, and I replaced it with another one of our bets that I have for our subscribers, which is Sergey Pavlovich by knockout, minus 130. So the fight itself to end inside the distance is minus 1,100. So now it comes down to pick a side. And I think that Pavlovich is the side here. He has 5 of his last 5 wins are all first round knockouts. Big power. He knocked out Derek Lewis. So that goes to show you the type of power, that he does have. And he's fighting Tai Tuivasa, who's also a striker. You know what I mean? And he's been knocked out before. And I definitely don't think this is going to the judges' scorecards. And then more specifically, I think that Pavlovich is going to be the one to get the knockout here. So I think it's a fair price to lay only 130 on a fight that's definitely going to end inside the distance. And I think we're on the right side there. So I like the value there.
All right, cool. What do you think of any of the other main card fights, even if you don't have a bet on it, that you want to give out? Just any leans or anything people should look forward to?
To talk about it, even with the main event, you have Stephen Wonderboy Thompson fighting Kevin Holland, and Thompson is an acclaimed world champion kickboxer. He's very good at kickboxing. And on the other side, Kevin Holland is a good striker. He's got great power, and he's only suffered when he can't defend a takedown, against wrestlers. So it's a very interesting fight here because Thompson and Holland aren't going to wrestle. They're going to fight, stand up. And it comes down to, can Kevin Holland out kickbox the kickboxer, per se? So that's an interesting fight. Also on the main card, Jack Hermanson against Roman Dolidze. That's another good fight. Hermanson, surprisingly to me, is a 2-1 favorite. Dolidze came off a strong performance in a first-round win over the younger Dawkins brother, in his last time out. So I'm taking a look at that fight as him as an underdog. Some other spots I'm looking at on the card. But I do like a lot of pieces here, and we're going to have a big bet card for tomorrow.
Overall, you say scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate this card? Seems like a good one.
Well, we had 15 fights, so we're getting 14 on free television, and they're going to start at 7 o'clock. So from 7 o'clock.
Wow, this is free? This isn't
yeah.
This seems like a pay-per-view card. Wow.
We're getting fights, which is going to be a
good
time.
This is one of their showcase cards here, huh?
Well, next week I think they got a bigger one, right? That's when.
Well, yeah, we're coming off a week that we didn't have one,
And I think, Mike, part of the reason, too, is this is the first week, finally, Dana doing something smart in correlation with college football. This is the first week where really there isn't much college football. There's only about 8 games. Everything's pretty much settled. And the 2 biggest games in college football are tonight at 8 p.m. and tomorrow at noon. So pretty much the college football playoffs will be settled by 3 o'clock. So good time for UFC to come in with a showcase free card when all us college football fans are gonna, be looking for something to watch late at night.
Yeah, and to piggyback off what you're saying, keep in mind when you say Dana White, the truth be told, it's ESPN because they're the one that has the rights to the UFC. So where Dana, is running the operations as president and has a lot of say and stuff, the distribution of the content, comes down to ESPN per se.
Okay.
Mike, what do you think about Jake Paul challenging Patty the Batty and Patty
the Batty?
It's interesting because Jake Paul's not bad, right? Like a lot of people, they see him and they say he's a YouTube guy, but at the end of the day, he's a YouTube guy that can box. I mean, he's got great power. He's in good shape. And Patty the Batty, again, is an MMA fighter, right? So he keeps finding these narrow lanes. Like he's not
undersized.
Hey, and Patty the Batty's not known per se for his boxing, but maybe could piece him up. But at the end of the day, Paul's a boxer, right? So
and Patty's smaller than him by a lot too.
What's that?
Patty's a lot smaller than him too.
Not really though. I mean, Patty in between fights, he's notorious for getting over.
Well, he blows up, but how tall is Patty?
I don't know off the top of my head.
He's got to be like 5'11", 5'9", right?
I mean, Jake Paul's got like a big head too. If you really look at him,
No, Jake Paul seems to target like Patty's like 5'10", right? So he probably walks around what 5'10", 180.
No, he
balloons up.
Yeah, he's big. I mean, he gets north of 200.
Really?
I've
seen him get fat, but
Jake Paul's 6'1".
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul's not. I still don't know what to make of him because you don't know if his fights are fixed or not fixed, right? Like that's debatable. And then he's fighting like niche people, like Anderson Silva at 47, right? Like 10 years ago, Anderson would have smoked him, or maybe he could have now, and maybe he took a dive.
I think he took a dive.
Can't honestly answer that question. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's hard to really like gauge who and what he is at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's giving him $1 million if he wins.
That's the other thing too. Everyone he fights, he's giving him an offer. If Jake Paul wins, they get like $1 million. Or no, if they win, they get money, and if they lose, they get to be president of his company or something like that.
Yeah, he said the same thing to Patty to Batty. He said, if you win, I'll give you $1 million, and if you lose, you got to join my United Fighters.
I mean, it's literally a better financial decision to be a part of a billionaire's company as a CEO or whatever than to win the $1 million. So you'd rather lose.
Obviously, Jake Paul, the Paul brothers, I mean, they're not stupid, right? They're great businessmen. And whatever he's doing is working. I mean, he's making money. And I don't know what his goal is, if it's really to be a boxer or not. But what he's doing is working for now.
Whatever it is, it's working.
Patty said he's got a fight next Saturday. And he give him Sunday off, and he'll fight him on Monday. So.
We'll see.
Yeah,
all right, let's
offer to even fight him Thursday when he arrives at the PI, which Dana wouldn't allow. But
these guys know that the commission wouldn't.
I mean, Patty's Patty's a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that does go down. We'll see.
All right, Constantino. We'll catch up with you, brother.
All right, see you guys tonight on the round table.
All right, we will be there. Later, bro. Tonight at 4 Deep Bets, the NFL Roundtable Show. Constantino just mentioned it. Myself, Rackets, Constantino, Brian Healy, Scarface, the fucking assassin, $300,000 fucking winner, wins fucking $50,000. It seems like every goddamn week we'll be breaking down the entire slate from a DFS and gambling perspective. Bill Rupp will probably pop on, make fun of us a little bit, and then be on for the after show. And then me and Bill will make our plans on what we're going to be doing tomorrow morning for the USA soccer game. We may be out drinking and crip walking through the fucking through the heart of Montclair or Bloomfield or who knows, Hackensack, Jersey City. Be on the lookout for fucking Bill Crip walking through your town during the USA game tomorrow morning. But anything else we got to cover before we get the fuck out of here? E-money.
Don't believe so.
I think we covered it all today.
I think we covered it all. We covered it all. And we're probably going to get shot after the show. So, yeah, me and Rackets should probably hide. Rackets probably bad day to wear blue. I stayed
great day to wear blue.
I mean, I got red, you got blue. So one of us is dying, depending on what signs Bill threw up there. Anyway, Evan, final words.
Have a great weekend. We're going to win this weekend, and also same game parlays out.
All right, Rackets, final words.
NFL Roundtable tonight, 9 o'clock.
All right, no final words for Bill. I'm going to say good luck, stay cashing, and Bill Rupp for Friday. Crip walk us out of here into the weekend, baby. Good luck. Stay cashing, motherfuckers.